Okay, I apologize for the lack of audio. I did not realize that my virtual mixing board software had frozen, and so you weren't getting any sound. This is the Barbox Bonanza series, event number 1. It's a new series of events that On the Hill Productions has coming to you this year. There will be, I believe it's 9 total events in the series, split between Chop Tank Bowling and Billiards, where we are today, and Brews and Cues on the Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. This event is 9-ball. It is handicapped. The races are based on the players' Fargos. Shane is, I believe, a 6'11". Danny is a 6'33". So with only a 22-point difference in Fargo, this is an even race to 7. And the score, while I was fixing the mixing software, Danny ran out that last rack. The score is 1-1. It's a good start to this match so far. Both players broke and ran on their break. This is an alternate break format. If we see any matches with bigger handicap differences later on, see, in any match where a player is spotting more than one game, the higher ranked player automatically gets the first break. But other than that, it's an even alternate break. If it's even or a one-game spot, they'll flip or lag to determine the break. So Shane left himself with a tough shot on the 1 after the break. He wasn't able to make it. And it looks like it's probably going to cost him here. This is a wide open table here for Danny. He's overrun the 8-ball a little bit here. See what he's able to do with this. He's going to play to the bottom right corner. Comes 2 rails up above the 9, voids the side pocket. And thought he might have overcut that ball, but goes in. Danny opens up a 2-1 lead, and it will be Danny's break, trying to extend out to 3-1. Okay, so as I said, we got 47 players here today. Looks like I've drawn Danny Bell's son, Cohen, as my first match. It's going to be a tough match for me. Cohen's been playing very well recently. Alright, so Danny gets the 3-ball down on the break, but he's left the 1 and the 4 tied up. He doesn't really have a shot here, so imagine we'll see a safe. Gonna probably come thin off the 1, try and miss the 5 and get the cue ball down behind the 5 and 6. Just like that. And now Now we'll see what Shane can do here. So Shane is going to the jump cue. He does not get over the 5 ball. So Danny's going to have ball in hand here. I don't really see any big difficulties in this rack. As long as he doesn't get on the side he's on now of the 5 when he's shooting it, he'll be able to roll over for the 6 easily. And he's left himself a tricky angle on the 4 here. Yeah, he's going to have to cut this to the side. There's no way he can avoid the scratch if he plays it in the corner, but I'm not sure he can avoid the scratch playing it in the side either. Oh, well played. He's coming up. Left himself a bit of an angle on the 5, so it can make getting on the 6 ball a little bit more difficult than it could have been. He came up a little short there. Might be able to bank this, but banking this and getting down for the 7 be trouble, so it looks like he's going to play safe. Just try and come off the 6 then. Bring the cue ball down behind the 9. I don't think he's gotten under cover, but it's definitely a difficult shot for Shane.
Yeah, I just switched 12 when I got here. I saw the table 12 when I got here, and I was like, oh, well, okay. No, I switched you off of that. I don't want to steal it. Thank you. No, I wouldn't do that to you. I made sure Rudy was cool with you. So just, you and Rudy go to 15. 15. Thank you, sir. Hey, hold on, let me give you a picture. Thanks, man. Where's Rudy at? Hey, you guys are on 15, Rudy. I told him today, yeah, he just. Now I just thought you called him out. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. He didn't know I was telling him. I'm sorry. I'm glad I see you.
All right, Shane tries to bank the 6. Doesn't get it, but he's left Danny a difficult shot here. Danny most likely going to be banking this ball to the side. Actually, looks like he might be playing safe. He is. Oh, he judged that really well. Very nice speed control there. Oh, man. Great hit, great shot there by Shane. But unfortunate rolled a scratch in the corner. So Danny looking to clean these up and take the 3-1 lead. All right, so Danny takes the 3-1 lead. It will be Shane to break. Get a word from a couple of our sponsors while Shane racks. Be More Detailing. We come to you with waterless shine. GMR Construction. We cover all your masonry needs. We just said TAP Chesapeake Bay region. World domination, one player at a time. All right, so Shane makes quick work of that rack. Pulls to within 3-2. Had to do a little bit of tournament director duties there for a minute. Sorry for the lack of commentary. Good morning, Virginia. I'm glad you could join us again. I did. I hope you did as well. Have a nice holiday. All right, so really good break by Danny there. Looks like he's made the 1-2 and the 3 ball. Has a shot on the 4. Oof, just barely avoided the scratch, but has he corner hooked himself? No, looks like he's got just enough clearance on the corner of the pocket there. Yep. So, another open table for Danny here. Can either play this with some high left to come across, or he can play it with some right. Looks like he chooses to play with some high left, comes across for the 9. All right, nice shot by Danny. Takes the 4-2 lead. So a really cleanly played match so far. I had to step away for a minute, so I'm not certain. That is either the 4th or the 5th break and run we've had out of 6 wrecks. Good morning, MHF.
Show them the ones on the sides. I have it posted.
Okay, so in this tournament, as most of the on the hill tournaments, the players are using a set pattern that everybody has to rack. That way, there's no pattern racking to your advantage. We're all using the same pattern. That's why you see Shane turn around periodically while he's racking the balls. He's got a sheet behind him that shows him what the pattern is. So that he's double checking it every once in a while. You'll see when Danny breaks, Danny actually brings the sheet with him and puts it on the table next to the rack. Kevin, yeah, this is a Fargo rated event. Both of these players are right around the same. Fargo, I believe Shane's a 6'11", Danny's a 6'33", so it's an even race to 7. But the players will be spotted 1 rack for every 45 points of difference in Fargo. Also, depending on the rank of the higher player, the length of the race could change. If we have 2 lower ranked players, you might see it might only be a race to 5 as opposed to this is a race to 7. And if we have anybody over 700, which we only have 1 in the tournament, Jimmy Various at a 705, his races will be to 8. Looks like Shane thought he could get by there and scrub the 1 to play safe. Giving up ball in hand to Danny. With again, a fairly open rack. Getting from the 2 to the 4 is probably the most difficult portion of this rack. Need to not only get through there, get through to have a shot on the 4, but you want a good angle so that you can come up on for the 5. Oh, I played that really nice roll by, and it's going to play the 5 in the same corner. Can either draw back to play the 6 in the corner, or it could roll forward and play the 6 in the side. Likes to come back. Danny is making quick work of this rack. And really, this whole match is flying along. As I said, I think we've only had 1 or 2 racks that weren't breaking runs. Oh, this is at least the second. But alright, so he's left himself a bit of a tester here, especially given where that 9 is. Alright, so Danny elects to play a safe after leaving himself tricky on that 8 ball. So 8 ball, I definitely think Shane can cut in, but obviously going to run into the 9 if he elects to, and who knows what you're going to end up with for a shot on the 9 if you play it. Instead, he tried to play the bank, and he's got the 3-rail bank in perfect shape. And Danny says it's good. Shane cuts the lead to 4-3. Danny will be breaking here. Alright, so it looks like Danny's ready to break here. He gets the wing ball. Hasn't really left himself much on the one. Great safe there by Danny. Okay. It's a good hit there, and right attempt. He got the one pretty much exactly the way he wanted to, just wasn't able to hold the cue ball. And so it's rolled out. Danny's going to have a shot here, but getting on the two will not be easy. He's missed the one, but may. Oh, no. He may have left Shane safe here. I'm not sure. Nice shot there by Shane, but he's left himself stuck on the two. Excuse me. It's Shane tried to spin around the 8-ball, caught a piece of it, and he scratched in the side pocket. Alright, Danny pockets the one, but he's left himself a bad angle here on the 4 in terms of being able to stay for the 5. So I tried to play safe, but I wanted to get down behind some of those balls. But he still has not left anything easy here for Shane. Well played shot there by Shane, but not come out of it with a whole lot of luck. Doesn't have a great shot on the 4, and he's put the 6 in behind the 8. So it looks like Shane's going to roll the 7 in by the 4, or excuse me, the 4 in by the 7. Oh, he got that cue ball under the 9 nicely. So Danny just takes the foul, tried to tie the balls up a little bit more. Plays the 4-ball combination, but once again, he has not come up with any real shot on the 4 here. So I imagine we'll be seeing another safety here. Looks like he's going to try and bring the cue ball over behind the 9. Hard to tell from this angle. Yeah, he's left an edge of the 4. I don't think Danny can try and bring the cue ball back behind the 9, but he can send it down table. That is not what he was looking for there. So, opportunity for Shane to tie this match back up. Good shot. He's left himself a little bit of an angle here on the 7, but nothing that I think should cause him too much problems. Comes up a little short on the bank, but he has left Danny safe. Ooh, Danny tries to cut the 7 in, but he's come around, scratched in the side pocket. Great opportunity here for Shane. Should be able to run these balls out and tie this match up at 4. All right. Danny says that's good. Shane ties it up at 4. Shane will be breaking what is now a race to 3. Gets a couple balls down on the break, but he does not have a shot at the 2 here. Not even sure if he can see a piece of the 2. Rich Shane's Fargo is 611 and Danny's is 633. Hey, Danny tries to play it safe here. They obviously left a good piece of the 2 ball for Shane, but I'm not sure. I don't think he's left enough of it for him to cut it in. Alright, so sorry I got distracted by some stuff going on around me here. Danny's got ball in hand here. Easy 4-ball out, at least should be. To take the 5-4 lead, and it will be Danny to break. Shane says it's good. Danny takes the lead, 5-4. Danny will be breaking.
Freddie doesn't have a match. No, I don't.
Okay, so Danny got the 3 down on the break. Nice shot on the 1 to get through to the 2, but I'm not sure.
cool down for a second. Okay, don't take too long. My match is being held until you get back.
Justin Turner and Brandon Welch. Table 15, Justin Turner, Brandon Welch. Get your score.
All right, nice save there by Danny. So Shane's going to be kicking one rail here, coming off of the left long rail. Probably try and go 2 rails, get down to the short rail first. That way, when you come off the 2-ball, cue ball will try and work its way up for a shot on the 4.
Table 11, Albert Cruz and Todd Michael. Table 11, Albert Cruz and Todd Michael.
Good hit there by Danny. He's left a shot for Shane, though. Shane trying to get back into this match. I'll be back in 1 second.
Table number 10, Bryce Cornish and Will Johnson. Table number 10, Bryce Cornish and Will Johnson. Go get your score.
Okay, looks like Shane's left himself a bit of a tricky shot here on the 4. It will cut into the corner, but you really got to move the cue ball to be able to come back for the 5. Looks like that's what he's going to try and do. Oh. Oh, he got a roll. He got beyond the 6. Sorry, I had a sneeze coming there. All right, so Josh McCulley is here, so my match is going to be called. So I'll leave you with Josh.
Hello, hello.
I will be back in a little while.
All right. Oh, he gets lucky, but then he gives it right back to Danny.
For the streamer on YouTube on the Hill Production.
Danny has a tight cut here. He's going to put a little inside, just come straight up table. Oh, overcuts it. On the Facebook page.
On Facebook.
Oh, actually, no. On YouTube. Yeah. Both these players just seem to not want to win this rack. I don't know if this has been a theme for this entire set, but for the couple balls that I've seen, and these are both players of very good caliber that should have been out each time they've gotten to the table. Shane's going to go play safe. Going to leave Danny most of the ball. Now, what Danny's going to do is try and just skim off the side of the ball, come 2 rails, and use the 9 as a blocker. I mean, you can be anywhere up table that you want as long as you thin it. If you hit it too thick, you're in trouble. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Because he doesn't really leave anything. He leaves a bank. And that bank does give pretty natural shape for the 8. But I don't think you can actually go for that here. He's going to, yeah, he went for the bank. Use the 9 as a blocker, but it doesn't get there. See the shot right there. He's supposed to thin off the left side of the 7, put the 7 back behind the 9, and you're going to end up going 3 rails and hopefully get stuck behind the 8. Banking that ball right there is just a little too aggressive. All right. Danny with a very makeable cut on the 8. You don't have to do anything with the cue ball. You can go back across. No matter what line you cross, you're going to have a corner pocket you're able to shoot this ball in. So I'm going 3 rails back across. 1, 2, 3, and try and end up right where I am. Yep, he goes 3. Give himself a good angle to go into the rail. So you can just put a little top on this ball and he's fine. Oh, he spun it. Spun it. And he's just going to concede that to Shane. So we are going to go 5-5. Hello, hello. Happy New Year. Hello, how's everybody doing? Not sure if y'all heard, but I got very lucky in my first match. Had a very, very, very good player. Get a couple bad rolls go against him. All right, so if anybody has looked at our bracket, sorry, I had to have a conversation away from the mic. Who do you guys like? I mean, I know it's a handicap event. Sometimes with that, someone rated in the 400s or 500s is actually going to be a favorite. This tournament is in Cambridge, Maryland. It is at Chop Tank Bowling and Billiards. Didn't we have a New Year tournament? I'm pretty sure we did. All right. Shane just wants to come off the rail a little bit, give himself almost a straight angle on the 4 and the side. That way he can just roll in and not have to worry about if he does go past his line at all. Because no matter what, he's going to be able to make the 5 and get natural shape on the 6.
Table number 6, Fred Miles, all grounds.
So you don't want to come too far. You just tap this ball.
Paul has the score.
There you go. You want it a little bit more, but he should still be fine with that. So in my next match, I will be playing a guy named Ken Barwick. Does anybody know who that is? Oh, Shane cooks out a little too much. He does miss the 9 on the way back. I shoot that ball just a little different. It's still fine the way he did. It's actually probably the better shot the way he did it. If I have the angle, I actually want to come 2 rails. I just feel more comfortable shooting the shot like that instead of stunning it off the rail. So Shane does make that. He goes on the hill. And it will be Danny to break. I actually cannot remember. I don't think we actually did set up the stream for that. If Dave was here, he'd remember. I have a horrible memory. I don't remember.
Table 11, John Bloom, Charles Hudson. Table 11, John Bloom, Charles
All right.
Hudson.
Danny makes a couple balls on the break. Does not have a shot on the 2. And it's going to be really hard to push here. That 2-3-9 combo is on. I guess you can try and kick at this ball, but there's really no good push, because if you push underneath, unless you push to make the 9, okay. I'm very happy to hear that my opponent is not famous in Las Vegas. It gives me a much better chance of winning. So Danny does push, makes the 9 ball with the 8, frees that pocket open. Now Shane is going to come out with the safe. He's just going to hit the 2 ball behind the 3 and try and put the cue ball on the 3. There you go. Perfect. Now if you can get that ball perfectly frozen, which I believe there is a gap. Yeah. If you can get that ball frozen, then Danny actually has, it's going to be really hard for him to even make a good hit because he can't just go side rail. So getting that ball frozen on the 3 is actually more important than where you're putting the 2. I mean, he put that 2 in a good spot. Danny made a good hit. Now you can shoot the 2 right into the 4 and use the 4 to put the 2 behind the 7 and put the cue ball right behind the 9. Oh, he's going for a shot. And he makes it and gets himself safe. Who is famous out in Las Vegas? Pool-wise, I don't need to know everybody who's famous out there. I've been out there probably 20 times now. Only once for pool. Well, I guess twice for pool. Once I didn't play, I just wanted to spectate. And the other time I got talked into a league and went out there with um, for nationals. Oh, I'm definitely famous in Vegas. I'm just not famous for pool. It matters where you go. There are a lot of people who might remember me from, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago. This is 9 ball, Chris. This 9 ball using the magic rack, alternating break. You don't have to call anything. Ooh, hit that ball good. All right. He does give after safing himself, he does give Danny a shot. He does make a good hit. Now, Danny of old would already be on the 6 ball, and everybody would already know he's out. I don't know if he's getting back into playing, but I know he hasn't. He hasn't been playing a lot for years. Uh, I remember it was one of my. There was 3 people in this area of Cambridge that I I was always underneath, and my goal was to just beat them. I don't care if I played them 100 times. I just wanted to beat them once. And once I knew I could beat them, then I knew that I could beat anybody. And when Danny was playing, he used to beat up on me 7-2, 7-3, and then I stepped it up more and more, and we had a lot of hill battles, and I still wasn't able to beat him. Then I finally beat him. Another one was John Moody Sr., who's also in this tournament. He just moves so well. Ooh. All right, so gonna leave Danny a bank with a frozen 4 ball. Uh, Danny banks very, very well, but it was a Danny, John Moody Sr., and then Kevin West. Of the 3, I think I beat Kevin West in like a race to 2 once. Other than that, I've never beaten Kevin. I've gotten lucky, and I have beaten Danny and John Moody Sr. Although you give both of them the ability to put a lot of time in, and we're playing a long set. Yeah, I don't necessarily. I wouldn't be telling my friends to bet on me. I don't know. I mean, this isn't going to help our angle, but I don't think that 5 ball. Do you guys think that 5 ball goes by the 9? Constantine Alexander. First, I want to say I know I've heard of Jack Murray, but the other 2, I think I remember Constantine. Rick Scarlato, who's not here this week, or maybe even Dave, if he sits back down, he might be able to know that. I'm not the best at knowing people, so. So Virginia, without being able to pick me, because I know you would, who do you think is going to win this tournament? I know you've looked at the bracket, uh, just randomly, like you just skim through it. It's like that guy's going to win. Who do you feel has this tournament? All right, that ball does go by, and Shane's going to have pretty easy, uh, pretty easy out to win this match. See, I like leaving myself that slight of an angle, especially these pockets are playing very tight last night and tonight. I don't want to have to pound the ball to get on it. Oh, okay. All right, so Shane goes ahead and wins that. Beats Danny Bell 7-5.